half buried in the sand is the top of the right stack, and on the left stack is an open spell book placed on a lectern in an ancient library. And this is sort of some additional text that you sort of. I'm embellishing it, but it's just like stone carvings on these stone cards.
Sure. And then what are the? Is it worth our time for you to describe what the pictures are? They're the 6 pictures.
It absolutely is.
Okay.
Let me see. The first, I'll just go from left to right, starting with the nearest. So it'll be like the order of the paintings don't matter too much, but I'll just describe the 6 of them. One of them depicts a large hulking figure in a swamp or bog. It has rubbery green skin, wicked long claws, and long black hair. It's sort of like um, hunched under a tree. Most of it is in silhouette.
Okay.
One of them appears to be a massive behemoth lurking in a bog. It's covered, there's sort of fog all around it. 4 massive tentacles writhe out from it and sort of like loop through the water. And it has a bizarre 3-eyed stalk coming off of its forehead. One of them is a primal creature, with rippling muscles and matted gray fur, snarling and hunched. It has fangs, claws, and its hackles are raised. It has yellow eyes. One of them is a dark figure, indistinct from the darkness around it, vaguely shaped like a man. It lacks any features, and it follows an unsuspecting hunter as it stalks it through the forest. One of them is a colossal creature, still armored in hides and pelts, bursting out from a frozen grave. All of its skin is gone, exposing white-yellow bone underneath. And finally, a brilliant figure, vaguely humanoid, made entirely of living flames. It radiates intense heat, burning the wood and melting the metal of a house it's tearing through.
Okay. And then I wrote those down to the best of my ability. Um, and underneath there's an indentation, presumably where a card goes.
It's possible.
Okay. The cards are roughly the right size to.
They absolutely are. Picking one up and
Okay.
examining it is easy.
Okay.
I will post you the 24 stone slates with the images on them. It'll be in Discord. Here you go.
Okay.
I punched the door.
Yes,
Yes,
you do.
you sort of ring against it, sort of wrap the chain to sort of knuckle dust, and then you start beating on it, and it seems to resist.
Well, that's all I got.
Guys, this is never going to work. Let's leave.
It's pointless at this point. We just gotta head back. Siege is over. That's it.
Good try. Give you the old college try. So, large hulking figure, large behemoth, a primal creature with fangs, claws, and yellow eyes, a indistinct man silhouette in the darkness, a colossal skinless creature bursting from the ice, and a brilliant burning living flame.
And they all have slots beneath them.
That's correct. 6 pictures, each with their own slot. 24 stone slates.
So I think I don't know if this is obvious to anyone else, but for me, it looks like we should probably find something that would subdue these things and stick the card in underneath, right?
That was my first thought.
Yeah, I'm seeing a few that could work for the darkness one. There's a couple that just might. Gold
Yeah.
feather and the torch both stand out.
Yeah.
Also,
punched one of the pictures.
Sunrise. So,
No.
which one do we try? The sunrise, the golden feather, or the darkness?
I like the sunrise for the dark figure. That sounds.
Yeah, sunrise lighting up with rolling hills on the countryside.
Yeah.
Do that. A lit torch being held along by a golden hand, or a golden feather shimmering in. I think the sunrise.
I mean, I don't know. I have no reason for thinking that, but
There's
yes.
Just
one
just
way to
type
find
in
out.
underneath. Just say the card you want and the painting you want to put it under, and then
So
we'll
dark-
edit we'll edit those as we change
Dark.
them out.
Dark figure sunrise.
Do the card then the painting for me to keep
Okay.
it straight.
Do-
But
Somebody got that?
nothing happens when you. I'll put it in chat here. Actually, I'll just type it out and I'll edit it. So
I don't see anything for the being of fire.
but nothing happens when you place it in.
Oh yeah, of course.
Being a fire.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah. The. I just saw it. Where the fuck did it?
There's the
River.
flowing river.
Yeah.
Flowing river could
Flowing
be
river
the.
winding its way through a quiet forest.
Yeah, I was just.
What were you
Yeah.
thinking it could be for? Go ahead.
Well, I was looking at that. I mean, it's very vague, but for the massive behemoth lurking in the bog, maybe like fresh flowing water would be better than stagnant bog water. It's quite a stretch.
I think the lightning bolt could be used for something.
Yeah.
The fact it's cracking a stone, maybe the giant.
Yeah.
And this is sort of why I wanted to keep the character sheets up, possibly in case you wanted to identify what the creatures are.
Well, I was actually going to ask. You said that there was like a bestial creature, right?
Absolutely. If Jir would like to make a nature or arcana check, possibly, maybe even survival, he can do so with advantage because of what it is.
I just have a feeling. Let me pop this up. Nature or Arcana?
Yes,
Okay.
unless you think a history or a survival or something. If you've hunted them, or I think there's a couple skills that would be applicable here.
No, basically, as survival, considering my hunch.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yep.
make
Nope. Don't know shit.
unclear, but it does seem familiar to Jir.
The three-eyed stalks with tentacles sure sounded like a frog. We'll all know that.
Yes, if you guys guess it correctly, I'll just tell you that's a froghemoth. Absolutely.
Froghemoths have any weaknesses, guys? You've played Strahd, or not Strahd, Tomb.
Well, we just beat the shit out of it. But I don't think that's something we should try.
I'm not saying a word. I see nothing.
Well, I'm interested. Just if you want to message me, Mike, do you know what?
Well, I know. Like,
Yeah,
I know.
excellent.
I do too.
I don't know of any. I don't know
Excellent.
any weaknesses.
Lightning.
I do.
Lightning. Lightning's
it ha-
really bad against
Yes,
froghemoths. They're made of
lightning
water.
susceptibility.
Yeah.
It has lightning.
Really? But they also have resistance to.
That's true, but it reduces their AC and their attacks they can make per turn and their speed. So
Okay,
all
they don't
if,
get very
if
much damage from it. But
yeah,
it does
it's
some
the
weirdness to 'em.
best designed monster
It's like
in
slow.
5th edition. You use an attack that you know won't damage it as much, but you do it to debuff it. I love that. More monsters should be like that. Fucking
That's cool.
awesome
It
monster.
can't use. Yeah, it basically gives it slow. That's what
It
that
does.
is.
It's
Oh,
a
that's
really,
dope.
really cool ability, and it lets you put a froghemoth against lower level characters with a
Alright.
chance of them surviving.
So I'm gonna
That
type
would
this
take the
in.
lightning.
Yep.
Well,
You don't want to
Yeah.
use there.
I'm gonna type it in because I think that's a good one to try.
That's
Yep.
the tentacle argument, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but Kyle, the minute you started to describe it, I remembered you in Tomb of Annihilation. Go, this is my favorite fucking monster. So
It is my favorite monster.
I am not the least bit surprised that it makes it a
And it
tonight.
knocked. It fucked us up pretty bad.
It did.
Posted? Because I didn't get that.
What's
I
that?
read- Can we get the? Someone wrote down the creatures, right? Like, the descriptions.
Oh, yeah, I wrote them down.
I'm posting it just so I can take a look at
Yeah,
it.
I can't post mine because I have the actual correct thing there.
Okay.
So I can't copy and paste
Oh
it.
no, go ahead. I'd like to use an inspiration card to make Kyle post the.
I'll get the 6 down really quick here.
I'm gonna roll persuasion with advantage here, Kyle.
Hulking figure
Nice.
was. It's
Hulking figure in a swamp, rubbery green skin, wicked long claws, and long greasy black hair.
Wicked
yeah,
long
primal.
claws and long greasy black hair.
with green skin.
Yeah, rubbery green skin. Yeah, primal creature. Next after that was the indistinct figure. Yep, perfect. And then after that was the
Colossal creature.
Yep, colossal creature, still armored in hides and pelts. No skin on it, revealing yellow-white bone. And then finally, it is the brilliant figure radiating intense heat.
Yes.
Long greasy hair, green rubber. That sounds like a hag or something, maybe.
A hag or I forget the frog demon. It sounds like that one.
Oh, like a
Like a slod.
yeah,
It
slud.
it does look larger than a hag.
Okay.
So a troll, perhaps.
It's a troll.
A troll. Okay, so that's
So,
fire.
yeah.
The torch.
So fire. The torch would be good
Yeah,
for the
the
troll.
gauntleted. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fire gauntlet.
Can you edit your post there, and I'll just remove
Yeah.
my and then
Absolutely.
we'll put the Banes there.
So Froghemoth was lightning. Did anything happen when we put the lightning there?
No, when you place some of them in, nothing happens.
It's probably we have to get them all right, and then something happens.
So
is what I would
which one
guess.
was the troll, guys? Was that the hulking figure in the swamp?
Yeah, it's all bigger in the swamp.
Okay. Torch.
Gonna get the torch gauntlet. Or gauntlet torch.
What are we thinking about the primal creature with yellow eyes snarling? Werewolf or something?
Maybe.
It looks like a werewolf, a highly stylized one, but it looks like a werewolf.
Okay. Do you got anything against werewolves here, guys?
Yeah, there should be up
Silver.
top.
I mean,
shining silver blade.
sunrise, right? They,
Yeah.
No,
there's
that's
a
A
snake
shining silver
shining
blade.
silver blade.
Oh.
snap from itself. Yeah. So
Third.
just the blade that snapped into
Okay.
it. Yeah.
There's
silver
three
blade
down.
of a sword. I'm sure that's right.
Yep.
Silver blade. Okay.
I think dark figure would actually be sunlight. To be honest, That
Sunrise.
sounds like a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark figure
Okay.
stalking.
We'll
Either
try
that, it's
Yeah, a
shadow
dark
creature.
figure indistinct from darkness around it, vaguely shaped like a man. It lacks any features and follows an unsuspecting
it's-
hunter in a forest.
It's a living shadow.
Yeah. Sunrise will
Okay.
definitely deal with that one.
We'll try that.
sounds like.
What about a skeletalized frost giant? I don't know. I'm just guessing frost giant. I don't know.
And it is when you say it, you can. So it is fully skeleton. There's no
Oh.
skin left.
Paraform boots. They're
So
afraid.
undead giant, guys.
Yeah, it's an undead giant.
They're afraid of the clothes.
Yeah,
Mm,
there's no skin left on its bones. It's fully skeletoned.
Okay. So probably the 10-foot pole then. I'm just kidding.
What is teamwork on
Well-
there? Use teamwork for all of them.
Okay, maybe like this is far out there, but what about like the large stone block with the dwarf pushing it? Like that falling on bones would crush the shit out of
it's
it,
a
right?
skeleton. It could be the shield with the emblazoned holy symbol on it.
Or the warhammer
Warhammer does bludgeoning damage against
being
a skeleton.
swung by a
I'm-
mighty warrior.
I'm thinking the holy symbol myself.
I don't think that
Holy
would work on anything else, so it's probably a good guess.
Holy symbol? I don't see holy symbol. Where is that?
A cracked shield with emblazoned holy symbol to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's-
shattered.
And
That's a
then
good thought.
the flowing river for the last one, because it doesn't look like there's any other one that really would put out a fire.
Oh, and you guys
Yeah.
guessed it. The second to last one is the skeletal giant. So you can, if you want to put that in.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then it is also a shadow. For the so you guys also guessed that.
Shadow demon, shadow.
Mhm.
Anything.
Yeah.
Dark figure and dark. No, wait.
Brilliant.
We're gonna use the river for the brilliant figure radiating heat.
Unless that's an angel.
Well, it's like a
Is it
fire
or an
elemental.
angel?
It looks
Normal-
immaterial, like it has no corporeal body. It's living
Okay,
fire.
so
It's
it's
fire
more
elemental.
likely, yeah, fire elemental.
It is a fire elemental.
So we're gonna go with river for that. We're gonna try.
Yeah,
Um,
because
I'm gonna.
everything else would work.
I'll write in fire elemental there.
And then you have to, so you're doing the
skeleton
shield.
giant. We didn't do skeleton giant yet. Is that the shield?
Yeah,
Or are we
the
Take
holy symbol.
Yeah, the holy
Lord
symbol
and on
shield.
All right, we've got 6 things in there, Kyle.
When you place the final one in, all of you feel a sapping of your strength, and the door sort of glows brilliant green, and you feel your own sort of essence dragged out of you. Everyone in the room gains a level of exhaustion, and all of the stone slats are sort of shot out, but they're intact.
So
The
at
door
least
remains
one was
locked.
wrong, is what we're saying.
Possibly check the
Yep.
door, make sure that didn't open it. It just drained us because it's a cursed door.
It appears to be still locked.
Okay.
Is everyone in the game? Because I was gonna call for a Constitution save. If you have physical dice, you can do it too. You can resist it.
Okay.
But since we're not all in there, I figured like why wait it? Why
I'm
waste the
gonna
time?
roll my giant d20 on my desk. I love you.
Excellent.
I
Ooh,
got a
s-
17.
Yeah, I got
Ah,
19 total, 17 on the dice. Oh wait, plus
Excellent.
5, 22.
Perfect.
I got a 6.
All right. If you got less than 10, then you gain a level of exhaustion.
All right.
It shot out all of them with no.
It
like,
did. It didn't give you like a these were all correct, but these were wrong. It just shot them all out.
Oh, save or suck.
I'm
really
guessing
sucked.
I'm pretty sure like all of them are right, but maybe the last two, the shield and the river. Like those are the
Yeah,
only ones that
the
I'm
ones are iffy,
skeptical
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Tower shakes.
I think the Warhammer with the Mighty Warrior might be a good choice. Like
For the
for the giant.
just because bludgeoning damage against skeletons is good. I don't know.
Also because like I don't see anything else that would work really, you know? Like
I think
you would have been playing, Mike. Do it. Join in on our puzzles. I said that
no,
a long time ago.
What do you mean?
you're like light infantry guy number 3. You're with us.
Excellent. Yeah.
No, no, no.
Yeah, one
No,
of the
he's
clerics
more-
just walks up. I'm like, I have an
I just need to know: am I wearing a red shirt?
That's
Uh,
funny.
so
Yes.
You're one of the 6 hit points. Yeah, light infantry. That's awesome.
yeah.
Or he could be the dragon, and this is all just a flashback of lessons.
All right.
Let me know when you want to lock in a new combination.
Yes, yeah, we will, because I know it looks like it is right now.
So we
but
feel really good about everything except the last 2.
I
Torch
personally
lightning, silver.
feel good with the river. I think that's good because I don't see anything else on here that has anything to do with the fire
I
elemental.
do too. I think
There's a
that
lake there, and that's the only other one that you can remotely.
Late a lake? Where?
It is a pair of wooden boots resting on a dock over a lake.
Yeah, I was focusing on the boots.
Yes,
It's the
so
only
maybe-
other one that has anything.
Fuck. It sucks because we don't know which ones are right. Have you guys ever seen that game where like it's like a party game where you put like 5 cups under a piece of cardboard and then 5 of the same colored cups on top and you have to like get it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like 2 times to move and then they're like you have 2 right or 3 right.
Yeah,
It's like,
but we don't
fuck.
have.
Yeah, I
any
know.
known
I know.
Sucks.
The last 2, right? I'm pretty confident with the river. The lake gives me
Yeah.
pause, but I
Yeah.
agree
Yeah,
with Brian.
I
I focus on the
I-
boots and that.
Yeah,
I-
the lake is.
yeah, I would agree that I would stick with the river because I'm
Let's
pretty
fix it
sure
out again. Yeah.
it smells like a fire elemental, to be honest with you.
Yeah, which is why the only things that work are the river and the lake.
Yeah,
And the river
colossal
just kicks
creature. And so we know it's a giant.
It's a giant skeleton. Yeah.
Giant skeleton.
Why we thought possibly the toy symbol.
Well,
It says
another thing that
shattered.
sounds holy that I'm reading is a golden feather shimmering in a beam of light.
True.
But that's like a slight stretch.
Yeah.
His like the background and like the
We're also making huge assumptions here, guys. Like we
Yeah.
might be supposed to be picking out the things that these things would like.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
we don't really know.
But
You
there
know.
really is nothing that they would like here either.
So we went with the shield the last time.
Yeah.
Now there's Warhammer there as an idea, but you could use an open spell book, like the spell book. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
true.
stretching
But,
too,
like,
though.
Yeah, there's a lot of. We're gonna have to stretch because there's really nothing.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense to only change one variable if we're using the scientific method here. So
Yeah.
leave
Yep.
it everywhere it
That's
is,
a
I
move.
guess.
So yeah, we're switching out to the Warhammer and putting them back in.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, we're giving it a
Locking it
chance
in?
here. Yep.
The stone slates are pulled in, they sort of settle, and you see the door open, sort of like the seam opens, and there's another set of doors behind it, and that metal door opens, and then that metal door opens behind it, and that happens 5 times, each of them with a different angle of how the doors fit together.
Oh wow.
And
That's cool.
it continues to another staircase further down.
She spits on the ground. I could have done that.
And I have one more for you guys. I'll rush through the description.
God.
You see a large glass tube with a glowing silhouette in it. It's radiant and brilliant. It seems oddly mournful, despite the fact that it's like the opposite of a shadow. I wish I still had the handout for it.
Something trapped in his last tube.
It's like it's like pouring light out in every. Let's see, will this work? No, it won't.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Apple.
You have a thought, Mike?
You were sent here to reclaim the soul of the hero.
Oh.
That is in the yes. And she sort of like places her hand on the glass, and in front of this, it's sort of a circular room, and there's like a bizarre. It almost looks like a chessboard, and it'll look like the grid that you guys see here in Curse of Strahd. And there are 9 trees, little miniature trees, on this grid, this big grid. And on a plaque, it says, plant these 9 trees so they make, I'll copy it for you, 10 straight rows. And there have to be 3 trees in each row. And it's possible that maybe someone like Delrin will know that this represents the conflict between order and chaos. Because you need to make roads amongst the trees. So that is the prompt in front of you.
Plant these 9 trees so they make 10 straight rows. There have to be 3 trees in each row.
There's our 9 trees. Awesome. Drawing them on there quick. Okay. How do we rearrange these trees?
You have a big like 10 by 10 grid to like place them.
10 by 10 grid.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
I shall Google the answer.
No. No. This is where Brian, like, okay, math teacher, this is all about
Yeah.
geometry. This is all about geometry.
I was wondering how long it would take someone to say that.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But she's sort of holding her hand up against the glass and sort of like moving it to one of you and then the other one of you.
Okay, Mr. Second Cousin of the finder of the 47th problem of Euclid. Let's see what you got, Mr. Pythagorean, the great Pythagoras.
Well, I do have a question, Kyle, and I'm going to ask Kyle this because sometimes people don't think of these things. Do you mean at least 3 trees in each row, or exactly 3 trees in each row? Or is that not specified in the riddle?
So I copied that because this is not my riddle because this is big brain
yes.
stuff. But it must be no more and no less in a row.
Okay, exactly. All right.
I just tossed the trees down here.
And here's what I'll say. If it occurs to one of you, you can place your hand on the glass and the spirit of the hero can speak to you and she can tell you that.
Okay. Perfect.
It's sort of like a surge of emotion. There is no voice, and she cannot seem to impart the answer on you, but she can sort of give you a confirmation
so far. Let's see. Try this one.
When I learned this one, I was at work and I was just drawing on the boxes that I was moving.
Oh,
trying
really?
to figure it out.
That's
I was just like,
that's fucking awesome.
So someone, because I just work at a warehouse, but so someone's gonna get a box with like a part for their house, and it's gonna have like fucking hieroglyphs carved into it.
Oh wait, we have 10. We only have 9 trees.
9 trees doing 10 lines.
All right, so right now I'm up to 8. Let's see here. Just trying some different patterns here.
Okay, I don't know if this works. I drew that one down below. The X's are blank spaces.
Okay, so let's draw. Hold on. Pen line.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got it. Straight across
7,
the middle.
8
and
yeah. And
well, that's 9. We need 10, right?
You need
1, 4, 8
10
makes
straight rows.
Makes a straight 1,
1,
4, and 8.
1, 4, 8, and 2, 6, 9 does also. Yeah.
Yeah, here. And here
yes,
too.
that is you did it.
Holy fuck!
I was caught off,
Way to go, man.
The reason why I was caught off guard is because the answer in my book is that way.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So you got it. Wow, well done.
Holy
great job, man.
shit,
Funnily
dude.
enough, if you took off those 2 side lines, you actually make a Nordic stave.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah,
I actually found that hilarious.
It's like
Sorry.
a rune or something, right?
I wish I could. I'm actually gonna
It's
take
like
a
a
screenshot
combination
real
of them.
quick of the image that I have here.
Good job. You got that.
Yes,
really
excellent work.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, after I thought through this and looked at it a couple of times, I've done a puzzle like this before. But it was like, I'll erase the part of it. It was like this many. Like, you only had 6 trees, and you had to make so many lines. It wasn't trees, but it was like pegs.
Well, that's the same thing Snave did, right? Just rotated 90 degrees.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't
Very
think
nice.
that's it. But yes, no, you got it completely. Okay. Narration. The glass cracks and it begins to burst, but it doesn't shatter. And it's possible that Fox, being sort of arcane in her ways, will realize that it's not. You haven't like shattered the case. You've opened it. It's like designed to do this, and it can reform. And as you do, or as it does that, essentially the voice of the spirit sort of is able to vocalize and to speak to you. And she says that this fortress only exists to contain the soul of a hero. If she leaves, and no one replaces her, everyone will die before you can escape.
Hey, light infantry number 3.
Aw, I knew I was given a red shirt for a reason.
This is your destiny.
Aw.
I don't know which of our characters,
But
honestly,
listen,
would be altruistic
there
enough
is
to
not-
choose themselves.
I don't see Illicent anywhere convincing me like this is a good fucking idea. Wait just a minute.
It doesn't work. It appears to need a soul of a hero.
Yeah, with the way Kuval is, he wouldn't let anyone else do it. He's gonna step up and do it.
Oh, that is very well spotted because his trait is protective, I believe.
Yeah, he'd be. Get out of here safe, guys, and just walk up and put his hand on it.
Delrin says that he will write a song about you, but does not argue with you about your decision.
No, yeah, I think Fox would like look at you with like respect, but quickly scurry out of the room.
Yeah.
Yes, Kuval, you place your hand on the cracking glass of the vault. There is a surge of light, and a new glowing figure appears. It vaguely resembles the outline of Kuval. Somehow you can still sort of see his tribal markings against the white silhouette. And where Kuval stands is a sort of I think she probably would be like reincarnated into a wood elf, like Kuval was, but just effeminate and tall. And she looks, she sort of blinks with new eyes and sort of stumbles with a new body. And you all escape, and the session's over. Well done.
Woohoo!
There is a similar mechanic in the Solasta game, which is roughly 5e, where at the end you have to sacrifice one of your party to truly win at the end of the last expansion. But the problem is you play all 4 characters, so you're not really sacrificing anything. It's like, yeah, I guess I'll lose my dwarf cleric, whatever.
Yeah.
Was the being like corporeal? Like, I know
she's been reborn as the body in the sort of form of the person that sacrificed
What
himself.
about
for
the
her.
like soul form of Kuval? Like, is he still?
Yeah, Kuval.
Tangible?
He is. Unclear. It is between you and the form is this cracked as the puzzle sort of resets on the board, the pieces move of their own accord. The cracks seal over, and the vault is repaired.
Wow, that's really cool.
I think this is flavor.
Protective and stoic and all, like his stuff just led to happen.
I think this is just flavor, but I think Fox would untie her hair and leave the little flowers she always ties them with there for Kuval.
Cool.
Jir is very, very, very visibly pissed.
Sure.
Your party escapes the fortress. Your brass dragon never makes it out. A fraction of the forces you led against it survive the encounter. But when you return, you make your way back to the Alabastion Academy, where the other heroes are waiting for you with the wand. And we'll have to see how the adventure concludes in my third and as of now unwritten adventure.
Oh,
The destruction of the wand. I'm gonna Pat Rothfuss this.
It's
Oh,
okay.
I was
I
like,
heard
yes, I'm ready. Oh.
Well, Kyle, I really like the symmetry of the thing so far, where the first time we played, we were defending a stronghold, and then the
Yes.
second time we played, we were invading a
Yes.
stronghold. I really liked that parody.
I only wish I could have fleshed out the defense to be more than just a boss fight. So it felt more like the
the command actions and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
but you're also trying to write it as a one shot.
It's true, and
You know what I
that
mean?
one
And
was
that-
too bloated. Even the one we played recently, that was
Yeah.
too much. I need to shave it down.
Well,
By-
we also
by the
are
way,
on
Mike,
a
if it
slower
makes you feel
timetable
any
than most
better-
people.
Yeah. Excellent
By
work,
the way-
everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mike,
Nice
if it
job.
makes you feel any better, I heard the third one is a 2-parter.
Yeah, I went for the cash grab. It's already
Yeah.
committed to film before I wrote it.
Nice.
And then the prequels have like 5 movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Yeah, the MCU
based on a
reborn.
short story that Kyle wrote in 5th grade.
Reborn. I love it. I love it. All right. What? I just heard a very tired harvester come through the door. Let me see.
Oh.
First of all, how blue he is, literally. And
Let me grab a drink and use the restroom, and I'll be right back.
yeah, let's take it. Yeah.
Everyone, take inspiration. Excellent work.
Yeah. God, that was
Well done.
really enjoyable. I loved the.
It was a
I
great
loved
puzzle.
the first puzzle. I loved
Thank you.
That,
That one's
puzzle.
all. That's a Kyle original. I was happy
Yep,
with
that was
really
really,
cool.
really well done.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
you should have seen the first battle when we were like, go ahead, Kyle. I'm talking to Mike.
Yeah. No problem.
You should have seen when we were going in. You can watch it. It's on the Twitch VOD is like up so people can look at it, but it'll be on YouTube as well. Yeah, it was so fun. A good break from trying not to kill Eddie and save Illicent.
It was also funny because, like, right towards the end, I just pictured the rolling siege tower just barely moving,
Yep.
and then just crumbles apart.
In my head, I pictured the old, like, Jack Sparrow, stepping
sinking
off
ship.
his sinking ship onto the dock.
A
I
lot of
like-
shenanigans happen.
I've never played Artificer a lot, and being able to play that was nice because after, I normally have that One Piece game after this game. We used to, before the One Piece, we did an Isekai thing, and we're doing, like, Campaign 2 of the Isekai, except this time where people that already live inside the world it doesn't have like a time loop anymore, so now this random universe is playing itself out. And I'm playing a fucking hippo man. They're called Gifs, I think. I can't remember the name of the race.
They're
it's-
gifts
I think it was
in
a gaff.
D&D. I think you said gaff last week for that game.
Yeah.
It's a gift with a gat.
And his name is Gary. And I'm playing artillerist, so I got a little bit of like a precursor on how to do it with Fox.
Nice.
My favorite thing about one-shots, believe it or not, is just the ability to test out different character concepts.
Oh yeah.
That's usually what I use them for, so that, like, in a regular campaign, I have a lot of evil characters. A lot. And I'm just
Victor
like, this
is-
is interesting.
Victor is evil.
What?
He's evil now.
No, that's...
It's interesting. I mean, like, yeah, I've never played this many characters that were like morally ambiguous because Eddie isn't evil. He's just selfish.
That's a
Yeah.
fine line you're walking there, Kyle.
It is. Right? It is, and his selfishness extends to Illicent, right?
Sure.
But that's very similar to. I mean, they're siblings. I wanted to do something like that. They're very similar in that way.
Yeah.
Illicent was also very selfish, and I believe that neutral evil represents somebody who cares about themselves.
That's how I
the
do the
expense
good
of others.
neutral evil spectrum. I just
Yes.
good people care more about others than themselves. Evil people care more about themselves than others, and neutral is situational.
And I think if you're selfish
Yeah.
but also live by a code as a criminal, then I think lawful evil is probably
Absolutely.
Lawful
Like-
evil is my
Yeah.
favorite alignment. I
Like,
love
I think
lawful evil monsters.
I
They're
think
awesome.
Batman is lawful evil. I think Batman would be lawful evil as a
Yeah.
Lawful neutral.
Yeah, I'm like, evil is
I'm
still
not sure
willing to kill somebody.
he follows his own code. for
and he
sure.
has killed for vengeance against
Yeah.
himself.
That's
Like-
what I'm thinking. Lawful neutral. It's like,
That's not evil. That's just emo.
because he usually wouldn't.
It depends on which Batman we're talking about, I suppose.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
written by so many people
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah.
point.
most of them would be lawful neutral.
Batflack is
lawful good,
definitely evil.
but
He's
the
just killing
majority of
people
them
left
are
and right.
I think I can agree with lawful neutral as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but he
think I could
definitely. I
handle
don't even think Batman thinks he's good. So he's
Oh, hell
definitely
no.
not. He's not good.
Yeah, there's a
Like-
couple right editions where maybe he falls in the good spectrum, but usually he's
Yeah.
Oh, like the original Adam West Batman is lawful good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's lawful.
Pow!
He's lawful
Fifth.
good for sure. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
It's just lawful
Boom.
stupid.
Lawful stupid.
But
All right.
like Kyle and Mike, I don't know if you remember Alec, he has like 3 other siblings, and one of them is Paladin of Conquest, who is actually lawful evil,
Mm.
and he's just a politician.
Oh my god, I remember Alec and Notch drafting up the documentation. That was awesome.
Yep.
With the flaming fist.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was like 3rd session, second.
Yeah,
or
it
3rd.
was
Yeah.
super because we had to get like a petition or
Ch-
we had to-
charter, a charter of
charter of
exploration.
exploration. Yep, and we
Oh,
were.
the
Yes.
flaming fists are the worst in that campaign. I mean, I'm sorry I missed it, but
Yeah.
Me too,
Yeah,
honestly.
well,
like,
it was great. We were able to get all of our treasure from the dwarves at Harakammer because of the wording. We were awarded that through transaction. We didn't loot it in the dungeon, and the letter of the law didn't dictate that we have to give our payment to them.
They
just what
got
we loot.
out politicked. Yes.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
that's
thanks.
awesome.
Alec did us right. He penned
But,
our fortunes for us.
now that I've been
Yes.
playing with everybody for so long, I have already played Tomb of Annihilation, not through Omu, like I never played that part of it, but I crawled through the hexes to get there. I wish I would have crawled with the rest of the team now because that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
The fucking
we hauled ass and still
undead
only have like 3 days
Tyrannosaurs.
left on the
yeah.
timer.
All right. Let's see here. I don't see where everybody took an inspiration card.
don't think anyone
I
did.
did.
I just
All right.
ticked the
Donuts,
inspiration box
everyone.
on my sheet. Can I have a card instead?
Oh yes, please.
That would be great. Standard, we're saying?
It's Kyle's call. Honestly, he was
Oh.
the dungeon master, and
Yeah, I
Kyle.
mean, you guys did good, but you didn't do that good. No, yeah, take
Okay,
a hero.
there it
No,
is.
take a hero.
There it is,
absolutely.
right there. You were good, but I mean, you didn't really blow me away.
Are we getting here?
A
One
heroic.
heroic, and I'll
One
take one for
heroic.
myself. Ha! Alrighty,
I got a good
Wait,
one.
sorry, are we taking a heroic or a standard?
a heroic.
Oh, then Mike,
Wow.
if you could get rid of this one, I am no longer switching my class to a mystic.
Okay. There you
My
go.
heroic is exactly the same as my normal.
Oh man, you're kidding me.
No.
That's good though. You get 2 of the same card. That's great.
How?
I can gain 20% of my current experience.
I had that.
For my last level and another 10 for the heroic.
I had that as well. If you want, we can stack it on top of you, and you can try to level up quick.
Yeah, it'd be 10%.
Oh my god, you guys are on there
and then
twice.
I- and then I would use it again, so I get 10% of the after that. And then
We're using
10%.
We're using Pokemon rules. We're just leveling up 1 character.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ruben goes to level 8. Actually, what does that even get Ruben?
I just don't know what experience we're at.
Level
but,
8's an ASI, man.
Wait, we are level 8. What do you mean?
No, we're level 7.
I'm
No,
a
we're
level
level
8.
We're level 8.
Level 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys are
welcome.
level 8?
Yeah.
I'm level 10.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I'm 8. I'm 8.
DM feverishly maxing out all attributes of future monsters.
So yeah.
I think I'll just keep mine for the reroll.
I forgot that I took a freaking. I went up. I'm so used to getting a feat that because I usually don't take the ASL that I need to.
Oh, right.
Oh, we
was
talked
confused.
about it when we
Yeah.
when we leveled up. I remember that.
All right. So we're gonna drop everybody right outside the gates of the Abbey. You have traveled the switchback road that hugs the cliff 10 feet wide, covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder and colder as one nears the top. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. Let me hit us with some new background music.
Oh yeah. Let me not do
Yeah.
that.
Open that.
Yes, you know, the ambiance.
I've been using music in my Mad Mage game, and I don't know if anyone else cares in my game, but I like it.
You know, it for some people it makes it a little more immersive.
It really
What can
does.
I say? What can I say? You know, and when the DM drones on and on, it is a nice diversion. Um, the road for the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5 foot high, 3 foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the roof of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. So,
Oh, someone here would know how to fix the blade, so let's get going.
Well, manners first, dog. We could knock before we barge in, and Reuven's
Well,
already in.
This isn't the abbey. This is the courtyard.
That's true.
I'm headed straight to the abbey.
Oh, this wasn't where the rusty gates were that seemed unlocked.
no, this would be the guardhouse with the
Oh, okay.
low wall, and
Oh.
and out from these two little gatehouses come two humanoid creatures, and let me give you a quick description, if I may. We've got Otto, and Siegfried. Okay. Otto is a 4'9" tall, and he squats instead of standing upright, looking kind of like a beardless dwarf of sorts, but with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body.
I just zoomed in. He's weird looking.
Yeah, here we go. I'm right there.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Like that guy.
That's
Yeah.
fucking,
Looks like Reuben shifting.
that's
Yeah,
like
I
half
know, it's weird,
shifted.
huh?
That's fucking cool, man. The shovel?
What is-
like, bro.
What is
Yeah.
this place? Some kind of dog park?
And then you've got
Got one
Uh,
long ear.
he has one human ear, one wolf ear, protruding wolf snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are like a lion almost. And he has a donkey's tail.
He's like a cameraman.
Yes, and
Holy shit.
he's like, excuse me, yeehaw, who goes there? And then you've got his compatriot here, Siegfried. Siegfried is 4'7".
Ooh, he's like a
And
reptile.
You're gonna love this. The left side of her face and body is covered with lizard scales. The right with tufts of gray wolf hair. Between these tufts is pale human skin. One of her eyes is that of a feline, and her fingers and hands resemble cat paws with opposable thumbs.
Damn.
Wearing a gray cloak with black fur trim.
Half tabaxi, half lizard, man.
Okay, we kill them both. That was a waste of a description.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
these little bastards.
I'm just
Wow.
playing my character, man.
Wow.
Just something about the idea of like 13 minutes of description, which is like, all right, kill them.
Yes. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if there's people there that like come out to greet us, I think we would all stop, right? And like,
Yeah,
talk. Yeah,
absolutely.
The question was, who goes there?
Yeah.
Yes. What brings you to the Abbey? Oh, oh, sorry. Can't control it.
Yeah. Well,
Can't control it.
Au, indeed. I am Dr. Lau, and these are my
Oh,
companions.
he's funny. I like him.
We are here to see whoever's in charge of the Abbey regarding a quest of sorts that we're on. Magical artifacts and the like. You know how it is.
Were the mistake?
Siegfried kind of like gets right next to you and like a cat, you know, kind of down around the feet a little bit. Oh, you seek the abbot.
I suppose that makes sense, yes. Can you direct us in the right direction, as it were?
Well, you must see Cloven first. No one just arrives to visit the abbot.
Well, what's a cloven? I'm not familiar with this.
Not a what, a who, a who.
Ah.
Sounds like a spice.
It can be spicy at times.
Well, if that is the channels we must proceed through, then yes, please bring us to this cloven person, if you will.
Follow me. Follow me.
Walk this way.
Yeah. Oh, Cloven, we've got new brains. One of them's name
Oh my
is
god,
Abby.
that's a lot of graves. I just looked down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just walking with my hands in my coat, holding the hilt to my axes.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course you are.
Yep, hang on here. The stunted pine trees grow out of the rocky earth in the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structures are cracked panes of leaded glass. Ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall that surrounds the graveyard, the ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below,
Hey, Mike.
and the view is breathtaking.
Before we go any farther, you know, I never play the game this way, but it's like, these are truly bizarre creatures. Is there some sort of a check I can make to see if I've ever heard of this kind of thing? I assume the answer is no. Like a nature check, or?
The Arcana, I believe.
I can
know what they are.
I can tell you right now
Yeah.
that you could have the curator of
Right.
the Gathering of Oddly Things with you, whose
Yeah.
library goes back eons, and you're not going to find it.
Okay. I just and that's actually fine with me. I just wanted to say something because you know we're all jaded D&D players who see weird things all the time, and we're like, oh, whatever. It's a donkey dog man, whatever. It's actually pretty weird, and we should acknowledge that. Okay, acknowledged.
There is I forget the name of them. There is a thing they are.
But we know that they're not something like a shifter.
Yeah, they're not a Sith.
Is that correct? Like they're not like a.
These
the
are not
other half-
established races like
They're not the
Tabaxi
other
or
half of a saber.
Harengon or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's the important question, Brian. Is that do we know that they're not something normal?
Right.
That with just a new spin on it, right?
What do you mean by normal?
Something we've can identify with a check.
That hurts
It's.
feelings.
I'm not really even looking for answers. I just wanted to acknowledge the.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
when you can establish an answer just by the negative space of what it's not.
That's true.
Oh no, I
Maybe-
completely understand. Honestly, Alex just feels kind of less like a fish out of water.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know much about Alex. Does Alex know what's normal and what's not? Like to him, these might just be more fleshies.
Normal or Barovia normal?
That's what they're called.
Because there's kind of a difference.
What's that, Jedi?
As a player, they're mongrel folk.
Okay, I like that. That's good language.
But
Mongol folk.
Yeah. They're twisted by chaotic magic. It kind of merges them with.
I was gonna say they sound like Skaven. Okay, we press
Yeah.
forward wherever we're.
Yeah.
led.
Anyway, Mike. I just wanted to acknowledge the weirdness. We're good now.
Yep, and Otto turns to you, Lau,
Mhm.
and says, "Please walk this way. Be careful of that tender leg of yours." But the voice is a spot-on match for your own voice. Just hearing you talk for the briefest of moments during this exchange, Otto is able to mimic your voice precisely.
Interesting. And he didn't have to like hee-haw during it or whatever.
Nope.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Just to add a little something more for the creepy factor.
Yeah. No, you nailed it. Okay. Yes, of course.
Examples of them.
Oh, fun.
Oh, they remind me of the guys in the fortress in Elden Ring, down by the water.
But yeah, I can see that.
The Misbegotten, I think is what they're called.
Lau
Yeah.
asks Otto what Cloven's role is at the Abbey.
Is he leading us past the main building?
He's leading you up the path towards the fork here, where you can either turn
Okay.
and go right to the main gate of the Abbey or continue north if you should desire. But Otto brings you along and says to, well, Dr. Lau,
Yes, I'm with you.
let me get our trusted NPC V squared up with the rest of you. And Alexander kind of like hangs, Siegfried kind of hangs back behind the party at a distance, letting Otto take the lead. And Otto says, "Do you wish to enter the Abbey now?"
Well, that is why we're here.
Okay. And your business. Everybody has. We don't get a lot of visitors often. But Cloven is going to be. Well, Cloven's going to want to know.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I want to do some kind of sketch right now while everyone's talking.
All right.
I'm gonna move up here behind everybody, and try to like slip through the shadows and hide, and run up this way. Try to get around the corner from Siegfried so I can be in stealth like here.
Right.
Well, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
Right.
But continue. I'm gonna like do my thing that I normally do and kind of look around this place while everybody else goes in.
All right. All right. Let me.
Oh, this is perfect. Now we can say, "Where's Victor?" And Victor will say, "I'm right here." V
Right.
squared. Brilliant.
Yes. Yes. So let me set the table a little bit. Right here where I am pinging is a 15-foot high curtain wall that joins the Abbey's two wings. Behind its battlements. Whoops. Don't want to say that. Oh, well, it says so. Behind its battlements, two guards stand at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. Now, before we get any further, Victor, from your sneaky Victor, because I wouldn't have to read it to the other Victor, would I? Ha ha ha. Right here to the east, because it's maps oriented differently, is a garden gatehouse which stands as an entrance to the Abbey Gardens. And you can see crops arranged in neat rows. There are actually rabbits kind of hopping about, nibbling on the vegetables. And you can see a couple of scarecrows planted amongst the rows to keep out any birds, stuffed with stuffed gullets, sackcloth heads hanging from wooden crosses, pounded into the cold, hard earth. And that is all the descriptions that I have at this point.
There was a plaque on the door.
There is a plaque on the door. Give me a quick perception check.
Sure.
All right. It's faded and scratched. And it says, may her light cure all illness.
Well, I approve of that, of course. Does it look like it's been scratched out? I guess I rolled my 11 perception, but
But here's the thing. It hasn't been scratched out. It's been scratched, like something kind of tried to claw at it.
Oh, interesting.
But you also are able to discern that the guards that are propped up are nothing more than scarecrows that wear corroded chain shirts and clutch rusted spears.
You know what? I'm not going to just let that slide. I'm going to talk to Otto about it.
All right.
And if anybody else wants to talk, feel free. I've been doing most of it so far. But Lau says to Otto, so, my friend, what is the purpose of our mannequin-esque guards at the top of the walls here? Are you expecting to be attacked by crows anytime soon?
Otto, his lion-esque feet kind of claw at the ground nervously, and he looks down at the ground and I knew that it wouldn't work, but Cloven just wouldn't believe me. It's just nothing more than to keep up appearances. That's all. We just don't like being disturbed here.
Eddie will just say, this is only going to take as long as you guys make it take. And he tries to open the door.
All right. Surprisingly, the door is unlocked. And
yeah, he sort of parrots, I assume, Reuven's urgency. And yeah.
Right.
He's not in a rush to go save his sister, you know?
Well, I assume that Reuven is also urgently walking past people, so
Yeah.
he's sort of like that.
Because Reuven always does, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a lot like that.
The only reason I'm not rushing at that is because right now I have my eyes on Otto. I'm worried.
Yeah, that's fine. Eddie's just headstrong and take on anything.
As Eddie puts his hand on the door begins to creak open. Otto goes, Master Cloven, we have guests, we have company. They wouldn't let me announce you, please. Don't withhold the food. I likes the food. And striding across the courtyard, let's put Cloven here. And hey, you know what? Let's give everybody a handout for Cloven, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
If the baby head isn't the one talking, I'm upset.
This is what's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s?
Oh yes.
They made a remake in 2012.
They did. Damn it. Yep,
Total Recall.
Thank you.
This
thank
is
you,
very
thank you.
Total Recall.
Yep. So somewhere in here, I must have a description of Cloven, but I believe you
That
get
picture
the
said it
general
all.
idea.
He looks like a dwarf or a gnome mixed with a baby and a crab and with a bear foot.
A dome? Dwarf and gnome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could be a hybrid.
Could be a satyr? The horns?
God, somewhere in here. Come on, Cloven.
He's disturbing looking. And then he has a
Uh,
bear foot and a lobster claw.
Yeah.
It actually reminds me of one of the killers from Dead by Daylight. Frickin' twins.
Yeah.
I just don't want that little guy to pop out and try to eat my face.
All right. I can't find a description for Cloven, but I bet if I bring up his character sheet. Cloven stands 4 feet 7 inches tall and has a barrel-like shape. His right hand is fully formed and combines the features of a patchy-haired man with those of a goat, complete with stubby horns. His left hand is about half normal size and has a soft, cherubic face partly covered with a crocodilian hide. Cloven has a crab pincer in his place of his left hand and a bear's paw where his right foot should be. He wears an ill-fitting monk's robe and a belt made of hempen rope. The larger head does all of the talking, but the smaller head has a forked snake's tongue and does not do anything except hiss and make other horrible sounds.
I love it.
Let's see here. Thick fog fills this courtyard as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you, or so it seemed at first. It's clear now these guards are nothing more than scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's 2 wings. In the center is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds. And
These are sheds?
yes, sheds there. And hang on. Yes.
Okay.
Otto, I don't think you've been fully forthcoming with us.
I have not hidden anything. You're the ones that showed up here unannounced. He says, "May her light cure all illness."
What is this place? Why is everyone... No offense, but why does everyone look like hybrid experimentations?
Cloven, not approaching any closer to you, Eddie. Eddie, I know about you, Eddie. Cloven says, "What's your business here? We have not received any communication from the town that we should be expecting visitors. What is the meaning of this? Master will be most displeased."
Yeah, that guy. You gotta talk to your master.
We're from the next town over. Told us you might be able to help us.
Next town over. What What's the name of the town? Oh, you'll also be interested to note that the musical instrument that Cloven is carrying has but one string.
I heard rumors about this. The one string to rule them all.
I believe it was Velaki, right? My brain's not playing stupid on me.
Yes, we came here immediately from Velaki, yes.
Velaki. The Abbey there said that they lived at Velaki.
Ah, Lucky. Haha. Interesting town. Interesting town. So what is it specifically that brings you here unannounced? Not following proper protocol. You must understand. The abbot is a very busy individual. And I'm not sure he doesn't use the word his. I'm not sure their schedule will permit someone visiting without an appointment.
I don't know.
Currently has the hilt.
That's true. Who's
Doesn't
holding
Victor?
it?
Does
Believe
Victor have
it's
it?
Victor.
It might be.
Yeah, I'm looking in this window and casing this place. Like,
Yeah, let's cut back to us.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
let's stick to Victor time
I've got to
for a
find Victor first.
Oh, sorry, I'm like
Where the
right.
fuck
I'm
is he?
He's up
just north of everybody, or east
Oh.
on the map.
here.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
Okay.
looking around.
The window with two people I can see moving around in there.
All right. Okay, there you are. Okay. Let me. Inside, you see other creatures living in squalor, but with similar attributes of the other mongrel folk that you have encountered since arriving at the abbey. Give me.
Oh, those are like generic, twisted people.
Yeah, these are the unnamed mongrel folk. They have the title mongrel folk underneath them.
They're just more of
There's a bunch of them. I would like two ability checks from you, Victor.
Okay.
The first would be perception.
All right. 25. All right.
And now give me a nature check.
Ooh, intelligence, huh? Oh, I'm +1 now.
Hey, how about that? You got a good look at one of them without any clothing on, but you cannot make out anything that would distinguish whether they might be male or female. They appear to be androgynous.
Okay. And the room looks kind of fucked, right? Like there's broken
shit
everywhere.
yeah. Let's see here.
Does it look like a jail cell? Like, are they locked in there?
This room was, I mean, from your perception check, you can kind of deduce that it was once a bedchamber, but the furnishings have been destroyed. 3 shrieking mongrels cower in the room. One of them cradles something shiny.
Okay. I think I'll probably note that and just like keep moving. Ducking under the window, but looking through it as I go, kind of a thing, you know. Do it again to this room. They look similar.
They do. First of all, let me do a couple of things here. Wow. Okay. Looking into this room, I need to do something very quickly. These creatures in this room, and I just want to make sure I got to do this. I got to pin that because it actually helps me out with some descriptions. Got to put my readers on because, well, I'm an old man. 4 mongrel creatures brawl amid the wreckage of this bedchamber, while the 5th watches and cackles behind a life-sized painted wooden statue of a saintly woman in robes. And as you kind of like peer through the window, one of them like stops fighting and looks over at the window real quick, as if I thought I just saw something.
Must have been the wind.
And then they go back to fighting.
Okay. I think he would go all the way through the side, and then
All right.
that's probably a good spot to
He's gonna
swap
keep
back.
going, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. This room. You see 7 more mongrel folk. These are amphibious creatures in nature. And they are sitting in a circle, forming a ring, and they are chanting. They do not stop their. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh shit! Good dice roll.
Yeah, fucking solid dice roll, my brother. They appear to be chanting a spell of some sort, but where you are really not a spellcaster, uh, uh,
Yeah,
can't
don't
quite
really
make it
know.
out.
They're casting a
Don't
spell.
really know.
Yeah, good enough to know they're casting a spell. Honestly. I think my next move, and the party might hate this, moving around the back of the place. But then that's probably a good spot to stop me.
Okay.
Also, because
to
I'm
a-
gonna take a
yeah.
sec to use the restroom.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? This is a great spot.
Yes.
It's 6:30. Let us take a quick bathroom break and any other refreshments you'd like, and we'll say 6:35. We're back at the table.
All right.
All right.
Good old mongrel folk.
So I don't know who's still here right now, but Lau's not really into this place.
Yeah, I'm not trusting.
I'm
you
back.
here. It's full of mongrel folk. Orchard?
Well, it sounds like that, but and I was okay with the donkey dog guy. Like,
Yeah, mongrel
okay,
folk.
okay,
Weird.
that's cool.
Okay.
This guy with the baby head and the snake tongue coming out of it, like all of a sudden we've gone from, hey, everyone's different, right, to this is an unholy abomination.
Yeah, this is just wrong.
And what's more, this whole thing about coming up without an appointment. I mean, the mayor didn't tell us about appointments or anything like that, or whoever it was that made us go.
Yeah,
Made us go kill the werewolves and stuff before we came
Yeah.
back here. They wouldn't let us in the place.
Yeah, they won't let us to the city.
And they knew we were coming to the Abbey, and nobody said anything about weird stuff up here, right? So
Yeah.
just
This-
above board, Eddie's just going to keep pushing through.
Yeah. We're
yeah.
basically here to fix the Sun Sword and then get the hell out.
This can be something that can be addressed, and maybe he won't just like start throwing doors open. But that's his. If someone else wants to talk to this guy, they can. But Eddie's just going to walk past.
I'm not super interested in Cloven, to be honest. That guy's a dick. But I think Otto and Siegfried, there might be hope for them. The other thing that that Lau is concerned about is the comment about Cloven withholding food
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
from Otto. That really made Lau unhappy, and I've been waiting to give other people a chance to role play, but
Yeah. Ruin's just gonna be. We're here to fix a fucking sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you guys want to answer that, you can. Eddie, when we get back, Eddie's just pushing.
Yep.
Yeah,
this is
kind of a weird joint, huh? The vibes are not positive here.
no.
For paperwork of how to fix the sword. See if anything was left behind by the normal people that used to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We're normal people.
Well, and my question is, are these guys who did they used to be the normal people? So one question that we might have is, maybe we can make some religious checks. Do we know who this lady is who heals people with her light?
Lady
and
Krasik.
and for that matter, like, is it actually like some evil goddess who turns people into mongrel folk or something? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the normal when mongrel folk happen is chaotic magic.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything normal about this place.
Welcome to Barovia.
Yeah.
Welcome to the weirdness.
It's really strange that the townspeople of Krezik did not tell us that we were walking into a like a creepy place. It's
Maybe everyone in the town is a mongrel folk and we just didn't notice.
nah,
I
that's
doubt it.
that's a stretch, but I guess, yeah.
Because I mean, some of them just only have like one appendage, and all they do is hide it.
Yeah. Anyway,
These are just the extreme cases we're seeing here.
are we missing anybody?
If you're not here, speak up.
I'm not
All right.
Grave, are you around?
Yes, I am still here.
Okay.
And I know Kyle's here. Is Snave, you around?
Yep.
Snave's also up.
Alright.
Okay, well he's
All right.
also up
Well,
there.
we are all
Yeah, I'm
here.
also not there, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you're back. You're back in the voice channel. That means
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
All right. So, swinging back, cutting out from the sneaky bastard cutscene.
Mhm.
We are now back at the main entrance and courtyard of the Abbey, and Eddie
Just
get-
walks past him.
and he's like, "Wait a moment! Wait, just wait a moment!" And he reaches into the folds of his garment and he pulls out a flask and takes a long pull on it. Oh, it's too early to be this sober, but everyone has their cross to bear. And Otto bays nervously at the poor pun joke that Cloven made, almost as if he's like the court jester. He'd better laugh at any attempt at humor.
Right.
Like, oh, you're so witty, Cloven. Man, I love you. I'm gonna laugh and kiss your ass.
This Cloven isn't the guy in charge, right? Like we get that impression.
Well,
Second command.
Cloven is the number 2. He's the abbot's right hand, right clawed. How do I say this?
Or at least he's claiming to be.
Yes. And let me see here. So Victor V2, he's gonna stick kind of with Alexander, the Metal Man.
Yep. Lau taps Otto with his staff and says, now listen here. There is a difference between not telling lies and telling the truth. I demand to know what's going on in this place. As a medical professional, I find the conditions here appalling. Who's screaming in those sheds?
I'm hungry.
Answer him.
I'm so hungry. And give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah. Otto is just saying that he's hungry. I'm just so hungry all the time. Don't want to miss a meal.
Well, I'll give him a ration. That's not a problem.
Oh.
Eddie's going to turn to Cloven, who told him to stop, and he's going to say, "You can either lead me to your master, or I'm going to find him."
Cloven, advances towards you in a very non-hostile manner. Kind of stumbling, weaving a little bit, finishing the flask that he pulled from inside his robes and lets that one drop on the ground and grabs another one. And he's like, word of caution, if I may. I know that the old Foster Brooks routine. Is anybody here old enough to know who
Afraid
I
not.
mean when I say?
Gosh, I don't think
Foster
even I know
Brooks?
that one, man.
Really? Okay.
Sounds like a detective.
No, quite the opposite. There used to be. If I say the word Dean Martin, everybody know who Dean Martin is?
Of course, yes.
Sounds
I say,
one.
of course. I'm not sure
That's
the other
one.
two.
That's one. All right.
Hung
Not
out with
with a
Frank
name,
Sinatra, guys.
but
Okay, so I'm
okay,
I'm,
I
old,
see him.
I'm old as fuck. So, way back in the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s,
What's up?
there was the
Frank?
Rat
Thanks for
Pack.
follow,
There
dude.
was Dean Sinatra. There was
Just playing some
Frank
Curse of
Sinatra, Dean
Strahd.
Frank
Martin.
Sinatra. Yeah,
Sammy Davis Jr.
Jr. Yes,
Yeah.
and you had like Don Rickles and
Sure,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
people. And once a week, they would have this roast in Vegas. Right? It was the mob ran Vegas, and they would pick a well-known actor or actress, and they would roast the shit out of them. Kind of what they did to Tom Brady recently. And there was this actor that would get up and impersonate the best drunk fucking person you've ever seen in your life. But he was cold sober. He never drank. Right? Where everybody else was really drunk, this Foster Brooks did the best drunk impersonation that you've ever heard. So I'm going to do my best drunk routine that I possibly can. It might sound familiar because there's been a couple of times that I've DM'd for you folks that I had more than I should have.
I was getting ready to say that. Like, I mean,
So
after 3 drinks, Mike, or after 5 drinks, Mike? Are we
yeah,
talking
well,
about?
this is probably like 8 or 9 drinks, Mike. And Cloven, who's obviously been drinking since he pulled his horrible-looking visage off the pillow, has been into the sauce, and he's like, "Word of warning, my really not friends, but listen, you. I would caution you. I mean, obviously, we're not going to do anything, but the abbot is not one to be trifled with, and, well, you obviously, if I may be so bold as to say, are obviously the brawn of the group. Um, don't you are at least a bit curious as to why the devil himself has left this town alone? And now you want to go kick open his door? And he begins to take another long drink from a fresh flask of alcohol.
Eddie's gonna take the flask from him.
Mmm!
Nice, I like that.
No. And you got a picture. Cloven is what, 4 foot something? So it's sort of like the really tall kid in high school holding the basketball up on the court, and everybody else is jumping. Gimme.
Alexander will put his hand on Eddie's shoulder. There's no reason to be mean.
He's well, okay, so he won't just crush it in his grip then. He's going to say, no, I think if your master was a pushover, we wouldn't be here. So, same choice. You lead me to him, or I find him on my own.
Either way, we are going.
Oh, this is not going to go well. Everyone's going to be so hungry. Give me the flask back. Give me the flask back.
He gives it back.
Just wait here. Just wait here. And he takes the entire fresh flask and does the gluck, 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 liquid courage quaff of the entire flask. And then stumbles over to this door and knocks and says, Abbott, we have some important visitors that are on an urgent matter for the land of Barovia. And sadly, they don't have an appointment, and they have assured me that their needs are so urgent that they cannot waste another moment. I pray, sir, that you see fit to grant them an audience. And
That's one way to say let me the fuck in.
yep. Well, I mean,
It's
Yeah,
interesting
Tim's
though. I
saying-
was pretty sure that Cloven was controlling things and the abbot was going to be like a prisoner, but
Like a
I've changed.
doll.
I've absolutely changed my mind now.
There is no
The-
abbot, it's just like a mannequin.
Cloven is
oh God,
good,
that would be
very psycho.
Wizard
would
of
be-
Oz.
Yeah.
fucking. Don't look behind the curtain. All right, so Victor V2 is he's with you, Alexander. And who do we have here? Lau, you're out in? What are you doing?
I asked Otto what was going on here, and I gave him a ration.
Oh, and he just stops communicating with you and
Munching.
tears into this ration as if he's even doesn't require a medicine check.
Yeah.
You immediately recognize someone that has been given just enough food
Yeah.
to continue living, but never enough food that they are satiated from a meal.
Yeah.
They-
Lau is outraged at what he is perceiving here.
Okay.
Eddie will sort of give Alexander a glare, and he. I don't know if he conveys this verbally, but his sort of posture, posture speaks volumes, I suppose. He's going to dial it back, but he's a coiled spring. He's
Yes.
yeah.
We're on a time crunch here, folks. I think is
Yeah.
what Eddie would be relaying.
And speaking
Yeah,
of
he-
which, is
he
this back
understands
door
that.
unlocked?
The back door is locked.
Okay.
And
Can I try to open it?
if yes, give me a thieves' tools check, but that is as far as I'm going to take
Yeah.
you at this moment.
There we go.
But Eddie will dial it back. He will let somebody else more diplomatic lead.
Looks like Reuven.
Reuven's been staring at the bat spiders like, what the hell did he do to be practically crucified?
Is this thing the bat spider?
That is the bat spider that is shackled to the post.
Okay.
Yeah, just,
Well, I mean,
what did
to
he
be
do?
honest, well, the Bat Spider, it kind of makes sense. He said, "I want to grow up and be Batman." It's like, no, you're Bat Spider.
He said like, I want to be Batman or Spider-Man or something cool.
Let me see,
Now
let me
he's
see if I,
bat.
only because this is so fucking weird. I want to see if there's a handout on Bat Spider. Oh, yep, here we go. It's not a handout, so I got to click on the token and Control Z. I think that's it.
Shift Z, I think, blows it up for people to see.
I'm only going to ask that every time. Oh, that's not even the right one. Well, fuck.
He has bad ears.
Yep. Let's see here. That's unfortunate. Hang on, see if I can do this.
I was just looking at him like, what the hell is that one?
Yeah. It just this one doesn't have a handout, which is too bad because the token that I get when I type in Mishka's name is a pretty good representation.
Spider Wolf?
Yeah, kind of like that.
I know Mishka.
Yep. Okay. So, from inside the closed door, Eddie Alexander V squared. You hear? Oh, gotta think of the actor's name. Hang on, because I want to make the reference.
Please be Christopher Walken. Please be Christopher Walken.
No, it's not.
Dang it.
I was thinking, who's the guy who did Iago from Aladdin?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Gilbert Godfrey.
I will also accept that.
Patrick Warburton.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good
Kronk. Kronk
guess.
from
Oh, okay.
Emperor's Last Groove.
I do know that voice.
All right. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Yeah.
Wrong
Cusco.
lever.
Poison for
Cusco's poison. Yes. So, from inside this room, you hear this charismatic voice. By all means, show the heroes of Valaki in Cloven.
Oh my goodness, I want his babies.
Never introduced ourselves as that. So
No, we did not.
And I have to do this, thunk, and
yeah, Reuven is getting closer and holding his grip on his axes.
all right, and I'm going back to the
He's ready.
token layer.
Oh my.
Perception check from Alexander, Eddie, and Reuven, if you would, please.
hag in their disguise.
9, not
Yep.
18.
Reuben. And
This is gonna be weird, but I would actually like to. This is probably gonna be useless, but I would
Good.
like to use a card to gain advantage.
I'm gonna do you a solid this time. Put that card back in your hand.
Or so help me. Put that
Yeah.
thing back where it came from.
Yeah. Just go ahead. If the check I'm having you make is not going to have any real bearing. This is like for flavor only.
So my passive
So I-
20 probably would have saw it then.
I just called for a check because hey, that's what I like to do. And we're gonna say that Reuven and Alexander, Cloven, like turns both heads towards you. The infant's head makes a hiss. The tongue is flicking in and out rapidly, and Cloven is like, Abbott, it is my pleasure to introduce the heroes of Valaki.
No idea what he's talking about.
The mistaken.
Yeah, like he's like, okay, it's like the best that he can do on the at the moment.
Sorry, sadly, you are mistaken, as are we. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I saw what you did there.
I'll go in the corner.
It took me a minute.
Maybe you should have used that card.
Wow, dick. All right. All right. Lau, at this point, are
Yes.
you gonna continue to interact with Otto?
I actually do want to continue to interact with Otto.
All right.
And,
So
and,
let's
and, and I know that removes me from the rest of you, but I have a really fast move speed.
Right.
And what I really want from him is just like a synopsis, like
Give me the
Otto,
skinning
what-
on this place.
yeah, exactly. I mean, what evil has befallen this place? Things are clearly not right here.
Ooh. All right. Give me a persuasion check, please.
Yeah, I failed so many things tonight.
Uh-huh.
Do you want a card?
I mean, I have one, and you know what? It's pretty much only good for. It says immediately
Oh,
reroll. Okay.
Bobcat.
Oh.
Oh, I should have done the Bobcat voice. That would have been great.
Yeah.
You guys want to get in?
I have a reroll if I don't like it, so I'm
Okay.
gonna
All
go
right.
ahead and do that. Yep, I don't like it, so I'm gonna reroll it.
6.
How do I
Nice. Wrong
play
order,
a
but
card?
nice.
Just
Dragon
There
yep.
we go. There we go.
All right. You didn't
Okay.
have anything that says take advantage, or all right, here you go.
No,
Play
no,
card.
it's just immediately reroll.
Oh,
is,
man, that would have been a
mine.
cool one to keep. I wish I'd given you mine.
Oh, I don't care
that-
about the
that
plus 3.
AC.
I always take the
Oh,
dodge
yeah.
action anyway.
That's fair.
17.
That's a good roll, but Otto begins to weep uncontrollably.
Mm.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. I didn't want to be like this.
Of
I
course
wasn't
not.
like this. I wasn't. Not always.
Were you human before?
And he like pounds his head like a crazy person would. Yeehaw! Don't know. Oh, don't know.
He pounds his head like a crazy person would. Don't read into that.
Yeah.
It's just flavor.
Oh, so long, so hungry all the time. Cloven feeds us. Cloven feeds us.
Does he feed you enough?
Oh, enough. Oh. And with your he kind of like looks in this direction longingly towards the gardens.
Yes.
and he kind of grips his shovel a little tighter and shakes his head and kind of hangs it. Can't tell you. Can't tell you. Can't.
I
So
promise
hungry.
you, I will make this right. And if you look in the chat, you'll see that I've posted my flaw.
Oh, he said the thing.
Oh, nice.
I promised Illicent I'd keep her safe. I promised Simon I'd keep him safe. And now I'm promising this guy that I'm going to solve all the problems here. And that can be the temporary end of our little scene if you want.
Yeah, he like reaches out and like kind of like pats your like.
Oh, I've got
down.
my hand on his shoulder and he's got his hand on mine. We're doing that thing, you know. Yeah,
Well, he's had to reach up, but he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
sure.
sup, Fred? Fred,
Yeah.
I'm going to eat." Very excited. Very excited. All right, so at this
Eddie
point,
enters.
At this point, if you would like to move your token, or you can stay there, we're going to go over to Victor.
Oh, my bad.
We're going to go over to Victor. Victor's been patiently waiting, and with your thieves' tools, I am pleased to report that you hear the very rewarding sound. Oh, hang on. Of a click where your deft hands have bypassed the security features of this door.
Yep, and I think I would slowly swing it open enough to see inside. I'm guessing this is probably a hallway with those rooms I walked past on the side of it, so...
You would, unfortunately, you also need to roll for initiative.
Outstanding.
I'm pretty good at initiative.
That's awesome.
Not really. Ooh, that one's pretty good, though.
All right. Let's see here. I want to change a couple things first. Actually, let me see if I've got a handout.
Okay.
Fuck.
Now we're talking.
All right. Oh, geez. Now, unfortunately for the rest of y'all, you have no idea what's going on.
Well, they're about to.
Who will split Victor?
My past perception, I might hear the fight.
Boink.
It's okay. This is only the second or third time this has happened.
I mean, we don't really go into churches not expecting problems at this point.
Yeah,
Right.
churches in this place are terrible.
All right.
Yeah.
So, we just lost somebody.
Yeah.
Victor, you open the door.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? And you see, kind of roaming the hall, this flesh golem, or golem, however you'd like to pronounce it. Just kind of standing outside the rooms. There's it's a long corridor with doors on either side, north and south, down the entire length of this corridor. At this point, let me just do a. Gonna roll it. Yeah, you've got the door open. You can see what it is. It does not know you are there.
Use the assassinate feature for the first time in any campaign. Although I don't think
And
you have a
literally
magic
no
weapon.
one.
I do have a
Yeah.
magic
Literally
weapon.
No one will see
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
I do.
Time he's going to assassinate, I think.
I've used
It's
it
so
before,
rare, though.
but this might be a good. Well,
One and done.
Well, the idea in my head, or the reason I'm debating not attacking it, is that would Victor know that having a flesh golem is pretty evil?
Yes.
It's
Sorry,
human. It's
sorry, I
human.
just saw what you put up in fucking
Yeah.
Discord.
I
That's
was gonna
awesome.
run. That's the option, is to run from this thing.
Ruby Roo.
But it's like sewn together humanoid skin, right? Like,
Yes.
this is weird. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know about like flesh golems, how they're created, or if they're like, what? I'm not trained in it, but it's an intelligence check.
All right. So let me give you the description of what you see.
Okay.
This lightless corridor has multiple doors behind which you can hear creatures that shatter the quiet with their mad cackles and whispered curses. The stench is simply overpowering. Even in the gloom, you can make out a monstrous shape lumbering down the hall. When the darkness can no longer hide its true natures, your eyes are treated to a terrifying 7 foot tall assemblage of human body parts. Now, right here, I need 2 minutes. The wife just got out of work.
Okay.
She switched to the day shift. She's on her way home. I just want to call her, and then I'll be right back in the game.
Okay.
That's perfect. I need to refill my drink.
This is a question for when everyone gets back, but I'll prime it with who's here. Do we have any idea of what we want to do after this game is concluded? I've made my intentions fairly clear that if we're close enough that it's within a week or two, or it's already out of even I would probably even be willing to wait a month of the new core rulebook for Player's Handbook, then I'm prioritizing that. And enough of us seemed like we were okay potentially trying to learn that together.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems simple enough.
Yeah, it's designed to be as seamless as possible. So I'm hoping that if
Hello.
even if Mike isn't on board yet, maybe he can be talked into it to be like it's pretty much 5th edition.
And that's September something.
24th? I might be wrong.
17th.
17th. Thank you.
I don't have a problem like just playing until then and then swapping when it's official. You know, like
we're just rebuilding the characters. We just have to remember
that's
what our
true.
roles are.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would want to run something long term like a full campaign. But I have homebrew stuff that I have like a hex crawl I've been working on, and I would love to run for this group, but I also don't want to commit to not being able to be a player during one of the few times I get to be a player.
Right.
But I don't know. I think I'm having a change in heart, which is unpredictable and it's not reliable. But I just at the start of the session, I enjoyed running just that little bit there, enough that I know that if it's not committing to months of DMing, extra DM prep on top of what I already have, then I think I'd like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Unless someone else has like I would love to run something. That's sort of my musings so far on it. I'm sort of suggesting maybe we run something fairly brief, not especially long. It'd be homebrew, with the intention of either cutting it off when it just sort of naturally comes to an end, or cutting it off when what is it? The 2014 comes out, or switching over and then letting it play itself out.
It's also depending on how much longer we got this campaign.
Well, right. That's if it's already out, then it would be cool to play that new stuff. Although I'm looking forward to just getting into it and learning it as a player. But
Right.
I wouldn't be opposed to running through it as a DM for a little bit. I guess just how do people feel about that? Potentially, if I ran something that wasn't long term.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
So,
I
and
mean,
then we can decide when it finishes who wants to go next. Because I also don't mind. I would run a module. I have a couple cool ones. Like, I mean, I have the fuck, what's it called? It's the newer one where you like are in this trans-dimensional I can't think of
oh,
the name
like
of it.
Planescape or something,
Mm-hmm.
or
For
Journeys from the
Planescape is
Radiant Citadel,
really
or
bad.
Yes, Journey through the Radiant Citadel. Yes, I have that
Okay.
one. It seems
I
pretty cool because there's like
yeah.
a midpoint, and then you get to do all kinds of stuff.
Well, and that's one of those ones
Okay.
that they put out that has like several different like little adventures in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love that. That's very old school. That's how we used to play all the time in the 80s. You had like a level 3 adventure, and then if you leveled up, then you went to the store and you bought a level 4 adventure. You know, that's how it was in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I like those because there's so much room. So, like, the big damn quest with like Tomb of Annihilation and the just breakneck speed of that, where there was
Yeah.
no room to breathe.
Right.
I only got so many of those in me in a row, at least. I'd like that, and Curse of Strahd feels similar, where it would be very cool to have stakes that for the adventure, but also be able to like use my background and run my store or
Okay.
craft my thing or whatever
Right.
it is.
Well, another book that just came out that you would like then is the Infinite Staircase.
That's so. I have a
Quest from
friend.
the Infinite Staircase, yeah.
Yeah, I can't play that. I have a friend who was like, "Oh my God, Kyle, you're gonna love the Barrier Mountain thing. I've got to run that for you." And I was like, "Oh shit, that does sound pretty
six
cool."
adventures in one book.
Yeah, absolutely no spoilers. He's very excited, and he's. I've been playing with him for a while, and I would love to just. I'm trying to stay uninitiated. I bet I will love it. I like the. I like the.
It looks pretty awesome.
There's
Yeah,
also
the
a Fallout.
Staircases aren't infinite.
The freedom to do something outside the adventure and not have a stranglehold on you where it's like you have to, otherwise your sponsor will die from the death curse. It's like I would have loved to go investigate the garden maze.
Yeah, Tomb of Annihilation is kind of famous for that flaw.
Yeah, or like we never investigated the Aarakocra village. That would have been awesome, but we had no chance.
Right.
That was like the whole sandboxy thing, right?
Well, so what we're saying is, after this campaign ends, I don't want to run for a long-term campaign, but if you guys would be okay with that, I'd love to run. I'd love to get Mike behind, like on the other side of the screen.
Mike would like that.
I would love to run a shorter, probably a month or two long adventure, some homebrew stuff.
Down for anything.
Sure.
Down for anything. All right. We are back. So, sorry, just to kind of bring everybody up to speed. My wife is a registered nurse. She's done travel nursing for the last 3 years and took a job at a local hospital in the ICU department, which gets her off the night shift and onto the day shift. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and she's going, because she, in Maine, you can get an associate's, which is like a technical college degree, and pass the boards and be a registered nurse.
Oh.
But if you would like to move from a floor nurse or a charge nurse and would like to take further promotions, you're going to need at least a bachelor's. So my wife, at 48 years old, is going back to college this fall to pursue her bachelor's degree, which I think is fucking awesome.
Yes. Very cool.
Yep. So, and because she puts up with my crazy, and I love her with all my heart, when she calls, I just like to talk to her, however briefly. So Thank you for that indulgence. And shall we get back to the ass-kicking fest that is about to take place?
Yes, Victor, destroy their food source.
So,
Oh, that's a devious way to see it. Holy fuck, bro.
But I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, then, given that it's a flesh golem created by evil people stitching probably not completely dead humans together, I'm gonna run in and fucking stab it with my bone spear.
Do it.
all right. So let's make that attack. Dun dun. Now a 19.
It's set advantage because
All
I'm
right,
going
go ahead.
first.
Roll another.
Okay, 19.
Yep. All right, so a 19 is going to absolutely find its target. I mean, come on. And yes.
Isn't it automatically a crit?
It is because of
Do
the
the
assassinate
thing.
feature.
Yep. So take both damages, I think, Mike.
Right.
but then
Hold on.
-4.
Well, okay? So we have.
Now here's what it is. Yeah. It is a crit, so I will roll an extra 2d6 and a d6, and then so I'll roll 3d6 and we'll add it.
Okay.
All right, so I have 11 on the sneak, 8 on the piercing, for 19, with another
Plus
12,
31 total.
31 total.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
That
I don't
is-
think it will down a flesh golem.
It
No?
Oh,
will.
don't forget to add your smite.
Wait, what's my?
Sorry.
Okay.
I have a bonus action, which will be
Oh, there's only one choice, man.
Well, no. 15. That gives me 25 to here. And then with Step of the Wind, I could get close enough to call. No, fuck that. I'm kicking it.
Oh, are you really? Great.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Have fun.
Hits. I don't believe you get the sneak
No,
this
no,
time.
no, don't definitely.
All right,
not.
so we got 5 points of bludgeoning.
And then my AC goes up by 2. And I whip my blood spear back around, twirl it in front of me, and like snap it at attention with the point facing this thing. Yeah.
Oh, you give it the flourish. I
Wait
love
to
it.
see what happens.
I love it. All right, so allow me to change the background music.
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone would hear anything yet because Victor's quiet when he attacks, and I'm not going to scream out anything, so the flesh golem's about to make a bunch of noise.
Yes. So we have a new background ambiance. And
I hate to be overly meta, but unless I'm mistaken, I don't think the unarmed strike would have done damage, Mike.
Depends on if the golem has resistance.
Again, this is over the table, right? Like, Lau
Yeah.
wouldn't know, but I'm pretty sure flesh golems do not take damage from non-magical stuff.
oh my god.
But the blood spear gets through, and that's the.
Oh,
important one.
absolutely, the blood spear.
No,
does.
I'm not correcting you. I'm just.
Yeah.
It's not everything has to be redone, but yeah.
Yes. All right.
They're
All right.
not a very impressive monster if you don't sort of respect their immunities.
Yeah, otherwise
Alright.
they're just basically a zombie.
Yep. All right. So,
And I
Flesh-
understand, Snave, that it was really to raise your armor class.
Yep. Yep.
In the meantime, Lau is wondering why there's all this exciting music happening.
yes. Whoa. For whom the bell tolls. All right. So, Flesh Golem is going to give you a couple of these, and he lets this horrid scream out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go. Everybody hears him. Oh, that hits. 20 is the number.
Take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
And then another 11.
Damn.
Holy shit. Hey, remember the last session where I could not buy a roll,
Yeah.
right? I got a baker's dozen, I think, coming your way
Yeah.
there, Victor. Unfortunately.
13 and a 14. Pretty good
Yep.
dice rolls.
At this point, Marzena begins to scream like wildly. The rooms on either side of the corridor are just screaming and howling. And let's have a quick description before I have everybody else make their next action, take their next action. So as Victor begins to engage with the flesh golem, we have this scene. Gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50 square foot room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another one, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and golden candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. A handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand. A painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint.
Do I perhaps recognize the holy symbol?
Since we are kind of in combat, why don't we have everybody roll for initiative now?
Oh, fudge.
uh-oh. Eddie's the punch first and ask questions later type.
Well, that could have gone better. Let's see here. I'm going to pin that. And let us do. All right. So I will give. That will conclude the first round. And now we'll move into round number 2, just so we can follow the turn order if everyone's okay with that.
Please.
All right.
We didn't hear anything. We didn't know anything was going on, and then run. That's
Yes, Eddie.
Kyle, you around?
There wasn't a dry eye in the house. That was a beautiful speech I just gave. So I responded to your thing about Eddie going first, and oh man. Okay, isn't there a creature outside that's making noise and things thrashing around inside these stables?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think Eddie immediately jumps at that at all.
Yeah,
I think
was thinking,
there's
what was that?
yeah
A
there
little out of the usual.
Eddie he has a perception of 10. I'm not saying he didn't hear it. I think that's just background noise for him. So
Okay.
he's going to step forward. I'm just trying to play. I'm trying not to metagame this.
No, I like it. I agree that sound from that flesh golem actually came from kind of a long way away.
And it wouldn't be
Yeah.
abnormal with the shit we've
Through a
already
door
seen.
and
for
around
sure.
a
Yes.
corner and other things.
It would be
screaming,
weird if there wasn't a flesh golem scream. No. Eddie will step forward and he'll say, "We need to repair a weapon. We seek your aid." We call ourselves the Mistaken. We're I don't know if Eddie's a liar, so I think he just straight up says we look to confront. Has he been told? What has he been told about Strahd? Yeah, well, he knows
everyone
he's a
refers to Strahd. Everyone refers to Strahd as the devil.
okay. Yeah, we seek to confront this devil.
Let's see here.
You've activated his kill command.
No, nope. The abbot kind of turns his attention from the young lady with alabaster skin and turns towards you and says, and you mentioned the sword.
Yeah, we need his help to repair a weapon. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Eddie's seen. No, he has examined it. I think he was given to him. So yeah, he would have said sword. Yeah.
Or weapon, either
Mhm.
either
Yeah,
or.
because all we know is it's a hilt. We don't know
Yep.
what's in it.
Okay.
Could be an axe for all we know.
Right. The abbot turns and his eyes kind of open as, like, out of the cacophony of noises, it's almost as if he recognizes one of those fucking sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But he still does not move. And he says,
Yeah, Eddie is speaking as a man who literally doesn't know that something's wrong. So
Right.
he's playing the perfect actor to keep things civil.
Right, yep, he truly doesn't know. Let me see here. I'm going to do. I have to change something on my gear only because I do want to keep some of this. Off behind the DM screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do that, and I'll close that. And let's do. All right. So he looks at you and he says, "What is it? What is it that you bring, good traveler?"
He'll sort of turn back to the party because he knows he doesn't have it, and he'll say, "It's some fragmented weapon. It needs repair. It's crystalline. Didn't we have like a? Is it just a hilt or is there a fractured blade? I forget.
It's just the hilt.
Oh shit!
No. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Am I remembering it?
Do we have the blade?
I thought we had the hilt. Okay.
You do have the
Well,
hill.
I don't remember his
No,
hilt.
we-
I don't remember anything else.
Yes,
I think
but
that was because of the little nice.
way back
Large
at
panel.
the Illicent's departure scene,
Yes.
there was
Oh.
a belt and scabbard that I don't
Oh,
think
yeah, we
anybody has checked yet.
Yeah,
No,
haven't
we
checked it.
don't have a
Yeah.
wizard.
I think we just tossed it and said this is useless.
Yeah, what happened to our wizard? What the fuck?
They just have no use. We have no way of identifying it.
Yes,
Scabbard.
you
And I
know,
think that,
the belt from Strahd's brother, the scabbard and belt from Strahd's brother. That
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally cursed.
Yeah, I
Best
already
to
have a
get rid
belt.
of it.
Yeah, I already got a
yeah,
belt. We
yeah,
threw
I
it out.
already got a belt. Why would we need another belt? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, as far as I know, Lao is the one who's holding that.
I don't even remember the existence of these things.
Oh no,
so,
no! Remember
I
you
remember.
asked Sergey. Remember you were like, help us out in some way.
Well,
Don't
and that's-
just leave.
Well, and
Yes.
that's when he gave us Eddie.
He gave us
And the belt.
And he gave
Yeah.
you the
No,
belt
no,
and
no, no,
scabbard.
no, no,
He
no.
totally did.
Oh, that's
The
hilarious. I don't
lake-
even remember that.
He
Okay.
The lake
slowly
gave us Eddie.
I have
That's
got
funny.
to stop drinking.
he
during these
slowly and sensually pulled off his belt and handed it to
I
you.
am right there with you. However, in a moment of drunken clarity, I remember that.
I just didn't put it together with the blade.
Yeah, get it? Put it
Yeah.
together. The hilt and scabbard with the blade
Yeah.
inside the scabbard.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't put it as part of that.
Yeah. So in Lao's
But-
possession,
Okay.
So Eddie will mention that as well.
The party knows this. Brian doesn't know this.
he's
So
old.
it's just- yeah,
He's
I am.
old.
Lao
True,
has a
true.
Scabbard. We have a hilt. No
Yeah,
blade.
and inside the scabbard's probably this blade rattling around. But hey, whatever.
Still broken. We still need help. So yes, he'll mention
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Why are we here if we have a blade and a hilt?
All right. So, Eddie, I think that would.
Oh
take-
yes, I'm
Take
done.
the 6 seconds. Victor, we are back to you, sir.
Well, Victor subconsciously listens for the footfalls of his friends and does not hear them. But I'm gonna circle this fucking golem and stab him again.
All right.
Okay. This is a weird question. Spears are two-handed, right? What's our rule on this? Can I use the spear two-handed? It's a Kensei weapon, so I can use it even if I was not proficient with it.
Okay.
But does that still allow me to be able to use an unarmed attack?
So what I would say is, you've got both hands on the shaft of the spear. You make your attack. You withdraw the thrust or whatever it is, the slash,
Mhm.
right? And then with your offhand, you'll be able to make the unarmed attack. Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah,
One
I'm-
arm never calls that it has to be a fist. It can be any part of your body.
Headbutt.
You can also like
One of the best ways.
Shoulder.
hold it with a
Yeah.
single hand behind your back
Elbow.
while you use your other to balance and kick. Like
Hell
Yes.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
a
so-
weapon interaction, so it can happen once a turn, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like so.
yeah. It's all flavor.
It's all
Like, let's be
totally
honest.
flavor. Absolutely.
And,
Well, I need
there's
to
only,
fix-
I think, one class of monk that requires the fist, and that's the
Ooh.
Open fist.
no, not the open fist.
Mercy, right?
All right.
It's
I
the
miss it. Holy fuck.
astral self.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All right. So both hands, you thrust the spear forward. It plunges into the torso of this flesh golem, piercing its side for 5 points of damage.
11 hitting is good.
Okay. Um.
Self can technically use its elbow.
Okay. Then I kick.
And hiya! Wow.
16. Because I am booned with Holy Diver.
You are in. Yes, the Holy Diver.
I am
You
a
are
Dio
melee.
song. Sorry.
Holy Diver.
And then that was my bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna see what this thing's got. I'm gonna retreat down the hallway.
All right, so that's going to be one attack of opportunity,
I got 30 more feet of movement.
and he will take the opportunity.
Unless he's got Sentinel.
10 misses.
10 does. You are so fucking lucky.
And then I like at the end of his run, I like do that roll and come up. I roll away from facing away from him, but like half turn in the air and land with the spear pointed at him, waiting for him to charge.
All right. Alexander. Let's see here.
Hurley diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea.
Yep, you are just below the threshold on your passive. I will give you a perception roll to do better than a 15 to be able to suddenly get. Hi, how are you?
I logged out.
Yep, I will. Go ahead, and make a perception roll to see.
It's a good
you need
switch.
better than a 15.
It's fun though.
To discern that
There's a
something
bunch of
else
people
is
in the
going
city
on
right
within
now.
the
You
act.
guys are full.
I believe in a thing called
I
love.
saw Care,
Just listen to the
Clover,
rhythm of my
you,
heart.
all on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Glenn's there.
Yes,
Thing that you
your auditory receptors are correctly nulled, and over the cacophony, you can hear like, ooh, there's some shit going on. Somewhere over here.
Hearing footsteps
Yeah, like
and hitting of flesh.
yeah, there's all these
Several.
screams and shouts and wailing, and then like, did I just hear the blade of something metallic scrape off the wall somewhere?
It's probably fine. It's all good. It's all good.
It's
But
all good,
just-
man. It's all good, man.
Just
How
in
would Alex
case,
respond?
he would actually just not rush out, but he would turn to Reuven and say, "I'm probably busy here. It's best if I remain here in order to keep Eddie in check, as well as help him out in case something happened here. Would you mind checking up top? I believe something's going down."
Let's see here. I'm going to do this only because I need to add this fucker into the order. All right. And I'm going to sort this one more time. And we're going to go through to Alexander. And I forgot to put Victor in the turn order as well because I'm a horrible DM.
Yeah, so you just turn to Ruben.
You know what I like to do with allies?
Weird. Go check that.
I like to have allies go on the last player's turn. They're always slow, and I just link them with the last player who goes that round.
Well, honest to God, if as you were saying that,
Victor rolled last.
I rolled a 3.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's been my rule of thumb because I always forget, and I'm like, but I always remember partway through the first round, and I'm like, okay,
Yep.
well, if I pretend like this was always the plan, then I don't have to admit I messed up.
Yep. Well, God bless you. You're a much better fraud than
Yes.
I am.
Takes one to know one.
Well, I mean, honestly, Kyle, you moved into the number 2 slot. I mean,
Nice.
I'm down to 3 now.
Oh, and also take the new guy just in case. No.
All right.
The new guy. Victor's still the new guy.
Yeah.
All right. You sent your message to Reuven. I still say you can do something here. That does not take 6 seconds.
Yeah, talking's a free action. So
Yeah. To be honest, he would just move up and again. You said which one
Oh.
had the holy symbol? He would actually like to.
Yes,
If
yes.
he
By all
recognizes
means,
that.
please make a religion check.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
Excellent.
You recognize the holy symbol as Eldath.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh
No, that's good.
guys. We're all doomed. No, I'm kidding.
Isn't she like the goddess of waterfalls and peace? She's awesome.
It depends on if he went chasing the waterfalls.
All right, allow me to. Eldath was a mother of waters among the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Bedine people, a lake spirit, who was often worshipped as a goddess of peace and calm waters, mother of guardian groves, a mysterious deity that would be my wife getting home
So
because my
we
dogs
went
bark.
with her to the Lady of the Lake to get a sword.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a
Is that
mysterious deity
Excalibur? Is that King Arthur?
that acted isn't that weird? And I didn't write this shit. A mysterious deity that acted as protector of corpses, copses and watersheds.
That's a little different.
Yeah, that sure is.
I was gonna say corpses. Oh, me too.
Yeah, voice of the Green Goddess was heard in every babbling brook, and her presence felt wherever there was calm. Thank God, V1 decided to fuck that whole thing up.
Yeah, I in a homebrew adventure that I was trying to write, I had a like militant guard of druids that were beholden to Eldath. They were very violent, but always in the pursuit of ending a conflict, which I thought was funny.
Stop fighting! Punch,
You-
stab.
Yeah, you fight to secure peace.
Wow, they're
And sorry,
American.
It's Elbath or
Eldath.
Eldath.
Yes.
Okay.
That was a horrible pun you were attempting. I see where you were going
All
with
right.
that.
That would probably be my turn, I would think.
Yep.
Yep.
Cloven goes, Abbott, Abbott,
Oh,
Abbott.
stop.
I think Reggie's having an issue, Abbott, Reggie. And he kind of like puts his back against the wall and slides slowly down to sit on his bum and begins to pluck a tune on his one-stringed instrument, which does not, it kind of like his fingernails across the chalkboard in comparison to the lovely tune that's emanating from the room that Eddie and Alexander are in. There is no harmony. Like Cloven is hitting flats and sharps, is how I would like to say it.
I wish I could stab Cloven instead of Flesh Golem.
Wow.
Yeah. I need about 7 more minutes before anything really unleashes here. Lao says to Otto, he grabs him by both shoulders. You're clearly suffering, man. What do I need to do to make this right?
Not sure you can. Not sure you can. Very. And he stops the whole friendship moment.
Yeah.
And like takes a step back from you.
Yeah.
And he raises his shovel. Don't come closer. Your friend. Don't want to hurt you. Just leave me out of this. Don't, please. He's obviously conflicted.
Yeah.
Give me a medicine check, please.
Will do.
Stockholm
29.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy fuck,
What a
29,
roll.
bro.
Yeah.
What a time to roll it too. Like that's really good. That's cool.
Okay. Lao says, sit tight, I'll be back. And he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, and then he sees for the first time the bat spider guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not good. 25,
One moment.
30. Yes, go ahead.
I think he stepped away.
Yep.
But you can probably still take your turn, I would guess.
Lau will get next to Victor. And then I'll wait for Mike.
I'm back. Sorry, the wife just got home and she needed
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
attend to something.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so you've moved in.
Yep.
You've seen Spider Bat Lady.
Yep.
And you've seen you see your party,
Yep.
not really knowing where V1 is, but
Yeah.
it seems that your attention would be focused with the rest of the group.
Yeah. Now, I will say, Mike, what you don't know and what the rest of the party doesn't know is that Lau and Victor had actually talked a little bit as we entered this place. And Lau had, it was probably on Victor's mind already, but Lau had kind of indicated to him, "You should go have a look around this place without chaperones." We did this through Whisper, so
Yeah,
Lau
sure
is
you
aware
did.
that.
No, it's fine.
Kyle, you more than anybody know that I'll whisper to people.
That's true. It's true.
But
I mean, it'll be recorded so you can see him say it.
Yeah. It's
You-
even
you were-
better to audaciously.
yeah,
claim
I mean,
it's
Victor
live.
Victor was going to anyway, you know,
Mhm.
but still.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lau is kind of keeping an ear out for that, but right now he's a little more focused on the horror, like the medical horrors of this place. And he just says to Victor, Victor V, I should say, he says, something is wrong here. Keep your wits about you.
Victor goes, "You just came to that Jenkins? Takes you an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes, doesn't it?"
That's about right. Mike, I'm going to end my turn there. Fighting has not broken out in this venue, and even though Brian is eager to punch stuff, Lau doesn't know what to punch yet. So I'm going to go ahead and EOT.
And Simon's not here for you to punch either.
That's true. I would punch Simon.
Flesh Golem approaches Victor. And Flesh Golem, being a Flesh Golem, gives you the 1-2.
Roll another d20.
I'm gonna right now. And
Roll one and have
that was a 15. That was a 15.
Oh, roll to you. Okay.
And let me. Why is that rolling to me? It shouldn't. Oh, because I had the D20 set to. Sorry. I hit initiative. I'm a moron.
Hey, there's another fresh golem, guys.
I guess.
Oh,
18
an
misses.
18.
That misses.
Oh, there's another flesh golem. I forgot to mention that. Ooh, no.
I guess you could say this plan wasn't very fleshed out.
I heard the Ella Bath
For the
one too.
For
you
the
jackass.
remainder of this encounter, Alexander will be rolling at disadvantage.
Oh, worth it.
Reuven.
So I've been told to go look at the noises, and I've been hearing them with passive 20.
All right. Yeah. There's
Whereabouts
like
am I
a
hearing it from?
on the other side of this yonder door. Now, just remember, measure this out before you start moving, because this is a big area. So each square is 10 feet.
Yep, I have 35, so I can get there, and then I can get to the door and open it. And that's about all I can do.
All right.
So I run to the door and open the door.
You much to your dismay, this door is secured.
God damn it,
Mm-hmm.
Victor! Blow it up.
All right.
This Victor.
Yep. V2, V squared.
Oh, you might need to reorganize the initiative again, Mike.
All right. And doink, 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 doink.
Also, the flesh golem should have 14 initiative, not 2, because you rerolled it.
So you'll have to reorder it again.
That's okay.
Okay.
I know that he's gonna go right after Lau. I'm good.
Gotcha.
All right. So the abbot goes, one moment, friends. There seems to be a disturbance in the force.
Now I'm gonna get Jedi stabbed for this stupid flesh golem.
And I'm going to describe this. All of a sudden, these wings sprout from the back of the abbot,
Ooh, that's fun.
and he begins to take flight. And I need to.
What type of wings?
we talking bat wings or eagle wings here.
I mean, really, right? Like
Bat
insectoid?
wings.
Like
Jetpack.
Okay. All right. That is a valid question. I mean,
I don't know if any of them are good answers, though. Is the problem?
Well, I was actually going to ask if they appeared to be some type of patchwork, but I was going to ask that on my turn.
Oh, feathers.
I don't know if okay, feather. I was like, I think I might be more worried if it's angelic. Okay.
Well, white feathers, the tips of which are golden. Let's see here. Eddie has a passive perception of 10.
And he's cool with all
Alexander
the stuff happening here.
has
Okay.
a passive perception of 15. But something just happened, so Eddie and Alexander only. I would like you very much to quickly roll a perception check, please.
I give myself guidance now. I don't even have that. Oh,
Oh.
hello.
All right.
I take it Lau prefers tieflings over Asimars.
The gods did not help when his entire village was murdered by werewolves.
Oh.
He's not an atheist. He knows the gods exist. He just thinks they're useless.
He's
Yes.
anti-theist.
Yeah, pretty much, to be honest. And I've actually played him that way the whole game. It's just it hasn't come up.
Right.
You know,
So
So-
I think I can do this.
So Dr. Lau's theme song is Judith. Something similar.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can. Shit, I'm gonna see if I can put this up in Discord. No, I don't want. Not yet.
He didn't have a chance to give the priest in Barovia a piece of his mind because Simon killed him too fast.
Actually,
You know what I mean? It's like it was coming.
Look, I'm sorry. Just it
Priests
turns out that
already has priests.
all
here's what I'm
priests
gonna
are
do.
evil.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Like,
I'm gonna do this in
I don't make the rules.
Discord. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I need to show a certain group. I love it when the fucking party splits every fucking time.
we
I'm
do
sorry.
too. I've noticed that this campaign.
I
Like
mean-
we
Yeah.
always do.
I know, and it would be
Yeah,
just
that's
so
confident.
easy.
It's my fault, honestly.
I would be, if just once you assholes would stick together, but that's
It's
just
made
not
it's
our
made a
luck
lot of
now.
our fights harder than they need to be.
we're going for that completionist.
Oh, come on.
Feel
I need.
attacked. I feel
Oh,
I've done nothing
wow.
wrong. I
Wow.
didn't split up.
Wow. All right.
And
hang on,
Notch got teleported to the
I'm gonna
oubliette
do
of
this,
despair or whatever
there we
happened
go.
in that one session.
I'm gonna do
I did. I got
this.
I tried to teleport and I got stuck.
In a place we
in a-
banished everything.
Yes,
Oh, they
there
were
were like
hilarious.
at least
Alright.
12 enemies that we had been accidentally scooping into this death pit that I got.
Sure.
I almost got stuck into, but we retconned it, and that was
Yeah, it
was
a
rough.
mess.
All right. So if I've done this correctly, Kyle and Graver, you should
Yep.
see something in your Discord.
No.
Please-
Leaves nothing.
Please tell me that
special
you see that.
Like a direct message?
Yes.
No.
That would be a negative Ghost Rider.
Hmm. It says it's there.
I
mean,
just
did
have.
you-
How about if I hit
want to like?
enter?
Did you just want to like take us into? Oh, hey, that works.
There we go. All right, hang on. Kyle,
Oh,
I'm
my
going.
goodness.
I have to do. Yeah. There we go. Now you have it.
Ah.
Aha!
Aha.
Aha!
His abs are too strong. We can't fight him.
That's awesome. All right, so
Mike sent us
is that why-
porn.
Is that why they call him the
He
Abbot?
sent both of us porn.
Oh, wow!
Listen, now I'm jealous.
I had to say it, you know. See something, say something, do something, right?
And here we go. The abbot, with his wings, flies past Eddie and Alexander, past Cloven, and ends up here.
Jesus.
Okay. Up in the air.
Not very far off the ground, but he's hauling the fucking mail. And actually, because he can take the dash action.
Can I see the picture
I
now?
would we
Oh
get
yes, yes. Allow me.
opportunity?
Allow
Yeah.
me.
Thank you.
I mean,
If you so choose.
Eddie doesn't understand what's happening. He's not gonna attack him.
Allow me to put this in everybody's Discord. I'll put it in the general point. Upload a file. This one. Open. God, I suck at technology. I can build the fucking internet. I cannot make it work.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, isn't that something? And sort of like this, as he like flies past Eddie, Alexander, Cloven, swings out around Victor and Lau, flies over the top of the well, and does this, not the hero landing, but the big thrust of the wings with the tips coming together, and lands right next to you, Reuven. That is his turn. And there's something. The ab-ot. I like it. Who did that? If that was fucking Graver.
Of course it was.
Jesus Christ.
I can neither confirm nor deny
Oh
such
my
allegations.
friggin' Christ.
Because
You're going to be the best father on the planet when it comes to dad jokes and puns. When it's your time, dude.
Listen, my friends say I'm a funny guy, but my mother says looks are in everything.
Victor. All right, so that's the abbot's turn. Victor begins this incantation to cast the spell to blow the door open, and this fucking thing flies past him and lands next to Reuven, and he just turns and looks at Lau with this raised eyebrow with, do you still kind of want me to fucking do this?
Angels notwithstanding, this place is evil.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure, and I hope I fail.
Playing it to the hilt.
Yes, good.
You got a 6.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
He said it.
truly-
He meant it.
All right.
Because the truth of the matter is, if let's say we fight this thing and somehow take it out with its CR of 28 or whatever it is, that opens the door for Strahd to come in here,
All right.
right? It's like
Yep.
horrible things.
Asimar doing its business.
And we don't get his sword fixed.
Yeah, horrible things are happening. Lao is not happy with the state of this place.
You can begin to see like the sparks coalescing as Victor draws the arcane energy, right? And he stops and he actually hauls off and punches you, Lao,
Yeah.
squarely in the chest, way harder than a like, oh, you guy, you kidder. He's
Yeah.
like, you asshole. He
All right.
saw through whatever it was you were doing.
Yep.
And stopped his incantation. Now, it is 7:57.
Hmm.
What do the players want to do? This is a good place to stop because we
Yeah.
can move through the turn order.
We should probably cap it off.
All
at
right.
least on my side.
All right. Then this, my friends, is where tonight's session will come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting back at Eddie.
Right.
Which
And
you might want to fix
Top of the
Flush
round.
Golem now, just so that you're not confused next game.
Actually,
the flesh golem.
I'll fix the flesh golem right now. Hang on.
Yeah, because it wasn't a big deal for current, but you're gonna
Right.
come back and be like,
Yeah,
too, but no,
yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Where the
friends, I have no idea what to do next time. I'm so excited.
I
All right.
I have a
I'm,
slight plan.
I'm at such a
I
loss.
have an 8
I'm
o'clock
pretty sure that this
game,
angel
so
is
I'm
evil
gonna end the stream
and that
here
we need
since
to
we're
let him
done.
live.
Right. I think, and this is the way I'm going to try to play Eddie
Might be live tomorrow night.
until the end of the
Might stream that
campaign,
game.
is that this guy seems useful, and so Eddie's going to allow a lot of shit to go